Yeah. Come in.
Hi, Jamie. I'm a McCoy Citrix.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm so glad we could finally put a face to the name.
Great meeting you.
Mind if I take a seat?
Go ahead.
Perfect. Well, I'm so glad again that we can meet in person today.
Definitely.
Here's a copy of my business card so you have my information.
Okay.
Do you have one for me as well?
Thank you. I do. Yes. There you
Perfect.
go.
Thank you so much. And is 15 minutes still okay with you today?
Yes. 15
Perfect.
minutes should be good.
Well, I wanted to ask you, I saw that North American Plastics had a golf charity tournament the other day. Were you able to make it up to New Jersey?
We did, and I was able to go up there. Wasn't much of a golfer. I was more on the sidelines doing the quiet cheering.
The little golf class.
Yeah, the little class, but it was fun, yeah.
Yeah, I was so interested because we're actually planning on having one as well. Citrix is in a couple of weeks, so I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to ask her about it. You had a good time.
Definitely, yeah, it was very fun. Great turnout, and it's a great event to always participate in.
It was awesome to see that you guys are supporting so many different charities. I know we do as well over at Citrix, and I want to work together today just as we have helped those charities so that we can move forward and help you guys get on that financial inventory system. That sounds good.
Yeah.
So today I'd like to go ahead and confirm some information that we spoke about last week on the phone, some of North American Plastics operations, kind of explore it a little bit more.
Gotcha.
And then go into Citrix, look at our business solutions that we had to offer so we can hopefully add value to the North American Plastics operation system. And then from there, if that sounds good to you, we can go ahead and discuss that partnership. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Perfect. Well, when you guys are looking to implement a new technology system, what is the process along?
Not really too familiar with that. I'm really just dealing with the sales operations, making sure we're constantly growing. So I am not your technical person. So just wanted to learn more about what you guys are doing and how you guys might be able to help from my side of the business and really help us get those sales and grow.
And I know you said that you're trying to constantly grow. Do you have an end goal in mind for the future?
I mean, I just know that right now we have some of the biggest contracts coming up that we've ever had, and I don't want to have anything below those contracts or put those at risk. So I want to make sure that we're being as efficient as we can and really putting North American Plastics' best foot forward so that we could really impress those clients and give them what they need.
And when you are making this decision, I know you said you weren't as technical, you're more on the sales side. Does anyone else need to be in this meeting?
Not for today.
Okay.
For today we're good. So
today we're good. Okay. And I know you mentioned you work with Jason. Would we maybe need to go to him after this, or?
Jason would definitely be like the final step.
Okay,
There's nothing.
Jason's the final.
Nothing happens without Jason's approval. But
understood.
Not yet. Too soon to get him involved.
And then for a timeline that we're looking at, is there a specific timeline you want to get this filled in?
I mean, the sooner the better. There's a lot going on right now. A lot of pending things. A lot of things up in the air, and a lot of things are changing. So the faster, more affordable, more efficient.
Understood.
That's all we want.
I know you said there are a lot of things pending kind of coming up. What are those, if you don't mind elaborating?
So I know I spoke with you about the Toronto contracts on the phone and how that office is looking to bring on some of the biggest contracts we've ever seen. So just with the United States, Mexico, Canada agreement that just passed, Canada is going to not really be doing as much business with China anymore. So they're really going to be looking to do a lot more business with America and North American Plastics. That's why that deal in Toronto is bigger than we've ever seen, and it has a lot on stake because they used to China, and now they can't do that anymore. So looking to go to America. And
so that's the goal. We want to make sure that everything works over there.
Yeah.
I know you said there were 80 plus locations that you're trying to get onto the same system. What are you guys currently using?
I'm not sure what we're currently using. I just kind of deal with the non-technical side sales. But quick question, how long has Citrix been around?
You're worried about our longevity or just how long we've been around?
More so there's just so many technologies out there right now, and there's always new ones. Everything just keeps popping up. But some of them only last a couple of years, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to invest in a company that's not going to be around for a couple of years.
Yeah, so we have been around since the 80s. We are one of the leading technology companies. We work with 99% of the Fortune 500 and 98% of the Fortune 100.
Gotcha.
So we're there. We're there to stay. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, perfect. So again, with those 80 locations, what challenges are you guys experiencing that they don't have the same financial inventory system?
There's just, so North American Plastics, I'm not sure if you know, but we have 88 locations. And so we supply customers with a lot of different products, but those products come from a lot of different places. So we work with 13 different brands, and what we're finding is all those brands have different logins, and we're trying to make a sale, or you're a salesperson, you know, you've got to show the product before. So when we're working with clients and customers and trying to show them what we have to offer, it's just constantly logging in, like, to every system, because it times out so fast. So million different logins to all the different systems, everything's slow, and we have old technology, so there's just...
So it sounds like there's a little bit of an accessibility problem,
Yeah.
maybe a little security wrapped in there.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned it's kind of hard for you guys to make sales with those 13 different products, so you have all those different login systems.
Yeah.
What are you losing? How much is that costing you guys not being able to make those?
I mean, just from all the different offices, and I would say the average sale, I mean, they range from $10,000 up to $1 million. So really just depends on what the contract is, but lowest would be 10,000 up to $1 million.
And what could you be doing with that money that you guys would be bringing in?
Hiring salespeople, opening more offices. That's always my end goal.
Building more revenue, always wanting to make more money.
Exactly.
And then I know you mentioned that Jason tasked you with several major issues you wanted to solve. What was another one that you guys are currently working on?
I mean, I would say the main one is just having that one system that can integrate all the different brands, all the different logins. Another thing, which I don't know if Citrix could help with, is just our technology is so outdated. Everything is so slow. Just loading some applications and trying to show the product to customers just takes forever.
And with that time, what is the cost of that?
I mean, losing deals, you know, I only have 15 minutes today, so if you came in here and tried to show me a product and you had to show technology that couldn't load, that'd be a lost sale for you.
Lost sale, and those sales are about the same as the 10,000 to $1 million can range in that amount as well.
Yeah.
And then with that technology, is it just the software's not loading quick enough, or new updates? What's kind of going on with that?
It's just old technology. It takes a while. It's slow. And it's old technology, so it's naturally slow. But then we also have 13 different logins trying to be open on the technology.
So kind of, if I understand you correctly, it's compatibility, but also making sure that software is even up to date with all of your different systems as well. Okay, perfect. So I know that we have talked about a couple of different things today about the software being old, about not being able to access it, about it, having to log into 13 different systems. If there were a way for me to show you how Citrix could address all of this with one of our solutions, would you be interested in moving forward?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I do want today to kind of give you a little more information about Citrix, because I know you guys have not worked with us in the past.
Yeah.
So I do want to give you a little more information.
Definitely.
So Citrix, again, like I said, it works with 99% of the Fortune 500 and 98% of the Fortune 100.
Okay.
We also work with over 10,000 plus partners. We're in 400,000 enterprises, and we are working in over 100 plus countries.
Do you guys operate in Canada?
Are you asking in the North American region?
Yes, just because, like I said, Toronto, that's really where a lot of just stuff is pending right now, a lot of opportunity up there. And a lot of the people in that office do speak French.
Definitely.
So they're going to need to be able to interact with the support for the new technology, whoever that may be, in French if they need to.
So we do work in over, again, 100 different countries. We do work in Canada, we work in Mexico, we work in China. So they are compatible across all different languages and across different platforms. I brought with me today a case study with one of our banks in Canada. So I have included that in a folder for you today that I will leave at the end of the presentation that you can look over for more information.
Definitely.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I would say so.
All right, perfect. So again, I want to show you a little more about Citrix, who we are, and now I'm going to go into what we offer. So the solution from what we've talked about today, again, that compatibility, the accessibility, being able to log in anywhere, anytime. We offer our Zen desktop solution. Have you ever heard of a virtual desktop before?
Yeah, I heard of it, and I read a couple case studies on y'all's website, and just some of the ones I was scrolling through and really reading. A lot of the issues y'all were able to help, I think it was in line with the problems we have. Don't ask me about the technology side of it. I don't know what it really does, but what I saw from those case studies that you were able to help a couple companies with similar issues.
Yeah, definitely. So I know, again, you wanted to improve the accessibility with your login systems, with your technology, so that we aren't, losing $10,000 to $1 million in sale. If on average that's one sale, if you lose 5, that could be up to $1 million. We don't want to lose you guys that. So again, I want to make sure that you are able to have that mobility and that accessibility. With that, we are able to have our bring your own device, so you're not spending money on different types of technology. It's also able to where your employees, they'll have specialized logins, so that when they're logging into their system, they're the only ones that are able to access it, and they won't have to do 13 different separate runs because everything will be on the same system, localized.
Okay.
Does that sound like something you guys would be interested in?
Yeah, that could be good. Is this all gonna be affordable, or?
Are you worried about a price? Do you have a specific budget?
I mean, I know what our budget is and what we can and cannot do.
Okay.
But ultimately, I don't want to bring something to our president that's gonna break our bank or not help the company. I definitely want whatever we bring to help the company, as well as not make us go bankrupt. Ideally.
Definitely. And I know price, again, if you have a specific budget in mind, is something we do want to keep in mind. And there are a couple different options with our pricing, depending on what we dive into more, that we can offer you guys. So I don't want you to be spending excess money on features you won't even use.
Okay, so is it like we can decide what features and go from there? It's like pick and choose?
Does that make sense to you?
Okay, yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then with your management, I know you said your systems were outdated, they're old, they're slow. You want to make sure that everything is working seamlessly.
Right.
So once you install this Zen desktop solution, we're not going to have to do software updates on every single individual device. I know maybe with your phone, you get that little pop-up screen that says, new software out, and you keep deleting it until the last time. But then that makes it so you're not compatible with everyone else.
Right.
So with Zen Desktop, we have this seamless management, seamless software update. So once you update it from your main system, every single device in those 80 plus locations will all be on the same software version, the same software update.
Okay.
Would that work for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, sounds good.
And is there anything else that we need to address today in this meeting before we move on?
No, it sounds good. Definitely would like to learn more. But for now, everything sounds like it could definitely be of assistance to us.
So again, with the PC refresh, that software update, we're not making it to where you're using that old system. We're not losing time because we're not waiting on a software system when that $10,000 to $1 million for average sales. With that mobility and accessibility, being able to access it again anywhere, anytime, not having to log into 13 different systems. Again, you'll be making sales, having a time benefit, and we can hire more sales reps. So instead of losing sales, we can be building even more revenue and building even more sales. So I know you mentioned you'd love to learn a little bit more about the product. I'd love to go ahead and schedule a meeting maybe Monday or Tuesday so I could schedule a demo with you and show you more of this in application.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. However, like I said, I'm really not a technical person, so I work a lot with the senior systems admin here, Michael, and I would definitely want you to meet with him next, and then I'll meet with him after you talk to him and see if he thinks that technically this is going to be a good decision, because I mean, hearing it sounds good, but he needs to really evaluate the technology.
So both you and Michael need to be in this meeting.
I have so much going on, so I would feel comfortable just you meeting with Michael.
And do you have his information?
I'm in contact with him a lot, so I can just you email me when you're available, and I will get in contact with him and then let you know when you can meet with him. I'll definitely set up a meeting. I think it'd be beneficial that you meet him, and then I'll just talk to him after y'all meet.
Do you mind if I know I have a couple contacts at Red North Rick and Plastic that could give me his email. Do you mind if I go ahead and reach out to him so we can schedule a meeting?
I would I don't think that'd be the best option. He hates it when salespeople reach out to him. So if you want to sit down with him, I think the best way for you to get there would be to let me schedule something.
Okay.
And act as that intermediary. But I really am impressed so far. I just need to make sure the technology is going to be a fit for North American Plastics. So I'll set that up.
I know you said that you were, not the technical person, but I'd love to still go ahead and show you. And if Michael can join us, that would be amazing as well. Could we go ahead and set a meeting just so I can show you a little bit more? So if he can't make it, you can always tell him the information.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely set something up. Michael 100% has to be there. If he's not there, like, I'd probably reschedule when he can be. But we can set something up just 100%. Yeah. Michael has to be there.
Which works better for you, Monday or Tuesday?
Monday works better for me. Tuesday works better for Michael. So let's go with Tuesday.
And does afternoon or morning work better for you guys?
Michael picks up his kids around 4, so maybe like a 3 o'clock meeting, and I'll have to skirt out.
Yeah, and we'll keep it around 20 minutes. So I'm cognizant of y'all's schedule as well.
And if I can sit in, I'll try.
Perfect. Well, it was so nice to meet you.
It was great.
And I'll leave those materials with you today.
Awesome.
I'll see you Tuesday at 3.
Good job.
You just got